running in the same.
Not exactly. They did a good job taking away Alpe's catch there. Jalen made a play. He switched it and denied Alpe, so Jalen made a play there. Fortunate block that went right to our guy, and tough foul on them. But, it was good to battle back in the fourth quarter after our tough third. Start wasn't where we wanted to be, in 28-17, getting down there after doing a lot well in the first half. So it's good to see us close out in the fourth in a back and forth game.
After a very good first half rebounding against the best rebounding team, and then not so much the third, to have it come down to an offensive rebound of all things, you feel like, was there something almost karma in that you started so well at their best thing?
Yeah, they are somewhat of a different team with Randall out. He's a big piece of that, but we did well on the others, and until Achua got it going in the second half, and I think he finished with 9 offensive rebounds, so couldn't really contain him. Had to do a better job getting rebounding. It seemed like we were sitting around watching a little bit instead of double teaming him there. But got to win it counted, and like I said, a fortunate bounce on the block.
They kept making shots, and they kind of stayed connected in the fourth quarter. How were you guys able to just respond whenever they would get the lead down to 2?
Yeah, I think we got some timely stops, got out in transition, and then some guys made big plays down the stretch. Alpe, kind of came to life a little bit late in the fourth quarter. He can always settle us down as far as that, but making the right reads in general and trusting everybody. I think it was a little bit of everybody by committee tonight, and you see the numbers, 23, 20, 18, 16, and then Aaron, obviously, off the bench was a huge spark. So that's what really stemmed the tide in the fourth quarter and got us a little bit of a lead when we got it back up. Then we needed a spark by somebody, and Aaron gave us a great one tonight.
And they've had 13 rebounds and 6 steals. What did you think of his composure, especially down the stretch?
Yeah, it was good. I think his numbers, he's just stat sheet stuffer for the most part. And, he was all over the place. Played some really good defense when even Brunson scored on those, made it tough on him there. And then, in general, all the things he does to impact the game, when we needed bodies in there to rebound, he helped out with the bigs there and, made the right plays, made the right reads. So great job for him, and I think all of these experiences for him are big going forward.
What has it been like for you to see Jalen Brunson take more so of this scoring role, not just for this game, but over the last 3-4 games?
Yeah, it's been needed with the guys that were missing. Alpe was out a game, and then obviously Fred being out for a few. He came out a little thirsty against Toronto back home, but settled down in the second half, and it's needed. You have to make it up somewhere, and so with all the bodies missing in general this year, I think he's done a good job of really expanding his game and not getting pigeonholed into defensive side only. And he's playing composed basketball, taking very efficient shots, good shots for him, and like I said, we need it all tonight.
How beneficial is it to have a point guard who can rebound like that fairly regularly?
Yeah, it's a big thing. I think you saw that at times last year with KPJ and those guys in there. Anytime you have an athletic big wing or a guard, a lot of times they can impact the game that way. And so some of the places that I'm in is on the court. He's not always up top handling. He's in the dunker spot, and I think out of those 13, at least 5 or so offensive rebounds, he just jumped over guys and used his athleticism and size there. So that's an added benefit. I think our team could really benefit from that as a whole, and he's a big piece of that, with Tari missing especially.
The foul at the end of the first half, did you know you were going to challenge that right away, or did the review give you guys some time to look at it?
No, we knew it right away. He kicked his leg out, and so it was just a matter of if there was time on the clock in general. And so they were going to review that to see if there was time on. Once there was, we knew we were challenging, and it's pretty clear he kicked his leg out.
How great was it just to have Aaron be able to come in and provide that spark for you tonight?
Yeah, it was good, especially after the third quarter where we were a little flat. They upped their intensity and pressure, and we didn't handle it well to start and let some guys get loose. We knew Jalen Brunson was going to come out extremely aggressive. He had 7 at halftime and 2 for 11. So what he did, he had 20 in the second half, and got to the free throw line a little bit when he didn't have much success there in the first half. So it was good to have a spark come in and get out in transition, make big shots, but also he does on the defensive side of the ball as well.
So you weren't surprised that it was him at the free throw line in the game?
I wouldn't say surprised about that one. That was, like I said, a fortunate tip that went right to him. But, credit to him, heads up to get the shot up. And I think if Brunson didn't come out and contest the way he did, he had a really good look at it. So, he contorted his body and kind of threw a sidearm there and drew the foul.
Can you talk about how rare, especially in today's NBA, to have a player like Dillon Brooks who can get you 20 points on one night, but also be able to hold the other player's best team? And tonight it was Jalen Brunson, even though he did kind of get it going a little bit in the second half, but for the most part he was able to hold them down.
Yeah, it is. It is rare. Most of the time, you know, the 3-and-D guys are spot-up guys sitting in the corner for the most part and don't have a huge offensive role. But, you know, like I said, he's been solid all year, and we need that from him with the guys that are out right now. And so, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot to play both sides of the ball, not just be a scorer or a defensive guy only. And I think he welcomes that role this year. And like I said, he had good carryover from the Canadian national team and the things he did with them. And so just want to continue to grow, not just our young guys, him, Jeff, Fred, we talk about all the time, expanding your game and looking forward to the future.
Thanks, Coach.